Robert Downey Jr. saves the MCU, and Vic Fangio says something that I don't think he really knew what he was really saying. These stories coming right now. So this first story comes from Showbiz Cheat Sheets, where Robert Downey Jr. put his role of Iron Man on the line to make sure that his fellow Avengers got competitive pay. This is how it worked out. Now, we all know how successful the MCU is. The last three movies, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, and Spider-Man Far From Home, all have done well over $1 billion in the box office. But it wasn't always like that in the MCU. Back in right after they made the first Avengers in like 2012, Phase 2 started. They had Iron Man 3, they had Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Thor of the Dark World. Well, Iron Man 3 did 1.2 billion. So, Iron Man's the franchise. He started it all back in 2008. But Thor of the Dark World and Captain America, the Winter Soldier, only did half of what Iron Man did. And supposedly, people at Marvel were getting ready to make Age of Ultron, and they were willing to pay Robert Downey Jr. whatever he wanted. I mean, he was a franchise. But supposedly, they were only wanting to pay everybody else, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Mark Ruffalo, only wanted to pay them like $200,000. Well, supposedly there were rumors that Chris Hemsworth was thinking about leaving the MCU. Scarlett Johansson wanted to get paid a lot more than what she was going to be getting paid for Age of Ultron. So things were getting a little shaky in Marvel. I guess Robert Downey Jr. saw this, and he went to Marvel and pretty much told them, here, keep things in perspective. They wanted to pay the other Avengers $200,000 a piece. Well, Robert Downey Jr. made $50 million for that movie, so that's a huge gap. Well, in saying that, I guess he went to Marvel and he pretty much put his role on the line, saying, "You need to pay these guys more. If you don't, then I'll walk." And Marvel wasn't going to let the franchise walk out, so all the Avengers, everybody else got competitive pay, and obviously the rest is history. So, Robert Downey Jr. saved the MCU. Just think if that didn't happen. If Chris Hemsworth walked in, or if Chris Evans walked, think how Phase 3 would have looked. It probably would be going down right now. It'd be looking like DC is trying to restructure things. So, glad Robert Downey Jr. did what he did, and he saved the MCU. This last story comes from ESPN. Denver Broncos head coach Vic Fangio was asked about the George Floyd death, and he said that it was a tragedy and it's a social issue that needs to be corrected. But then he also said that he doesn't see discrimination or racism as a problem in the NFL. Now, before I start to talk about how wrong this man was, let me just give you some clarity or some background. Vic Fangio has been in the NFL for 32 years. The man has put in the work. He just got his first head coaching job last year. So it took him 30 plus years to become an NFL head coach. In saying that, there are 32 NFL teams. There are only 3 black head coaches. There are 32 NFL teams. There are only 2 black GMs. To say that there is no racism or no discrimination in NFL, okay. They'll say that they're not racist, but they are going to hire the people that they are comfortable with. And let's face it, when they are hiring somebody to run their baby, they're going to be more comfortable with somebody who looks like them. You could have it in Rooney Rule. You could be an equal opportunity employer. When it all boils down to it, that owner is going to put in charge of his football team. The GM that runs his money, he's going to hire somebody that he's comfortable with. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be somebody that looks like him. When that GM is going to hire somebody to coach their team, they're going to hire somebody who they're comfortable with. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be somebody who looks like them. Yes, discrimination and racism is a problem in the NFL. If it wasn't, there wouldn't be a Rooney Rule. And they're looking to try to revise the Rooney Rule because it is so much of a problem. So, unfortunately, like I said, Vic Fangio was probably coming from, he probably wasn't trying to be racist in his comments, but unfortunately he needs to do more research before he says something on social media. So that's my take on it. So my first question is, how do you fix racism and discrimination in the NFL? Now, we all know racism and discrimination is everywhere, but let's start small. How do you fix it in the NFL? We have the Rooney Rule, but obviously that rule's been around since the early 2000s. It's not really working. How do we fix this? How do you change the mind of a billionaire? Me personally, I don't think it could be done. I think this will always and forever be an issue. But maybe you guys know a solution. Let me know in the comments. And 2, if Robert Downey Jr. didn't do what he did to save the MCU, how would you think the MCU would look? Do you think they would be as successful? Would they be different actors in these roles? Please let me know in the comments. And in saying that, if you are new here to SEM, please hit the subscribe button. Become part of this SEM Nation. Once you become part of this nation, you get that bell notification. You'll know when a new video comes out. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. My name is Dorian. This is SEM. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. And you guys have a good day.